Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Final Fantasy XVI and we're looking for the Red Chocobo caravan right now and it's right here. So let's go.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Wait! Don't go, El! He's me mate!
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly.
Honestly.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Careful, Jill is right there, girl. Okay, Crimson Collar.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Okay. We're looking for a counterfeiter. Porters for hire. The caravans may bleed you dry. Aldrich may drink you dry. We'll get your goods home and dry. For cheap.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Juicy pears! Slake your
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
I mean, Goots is so big, how could he even notice a little mouse running around him, huh?
Have a word with the fishmonger back there by the gate. She's been looking into who the culprits might be.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
Ouch.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Come, taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar.
Careful, girl. She's offering her peaches. They're sweet as nectar. Oh dear.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away.
True.
So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry.
No shithead.
I'll leave you alone.
Jill turns around. Clive, we're never having children. Okay? Clive is like, deal.
I'll take the large one.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
The caravan stops next to the check. Jug of snake spit.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Hansa, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come on!
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy!
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
Watch your language.
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hansa, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
She's like, don't hurt him. Too bad.
He can't have gone far.
Let's go beat up this kid.
I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy! I'm hungry.
Where'd he go?
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Oh, he thinks that...
We're not...
Don't hurt him.
He thinks we're the bandits.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Kind of looks like a young Sid, doesn't he? Just a little bit.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Okay.
Oh, where is it?
I'm sorry.
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leitney's Cleft.
To Leitney's Cleft, then.
Okay.
Leitney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
All right, so where are we headed? Oh, this is going to be up there. That area that we went to.
No, you better not have scared anyone.
That's that then.
God, I love chocobos. The chocobos in this game are so good. Such majestic creatures, aren't they? Oh, I love it.
That's the one who's sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own. I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Man, they didn't even try.
We got company!
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Yeah, we know exactly where we're going. All the way up to the top.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. And Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
It's that guard from Falkland. Kill him! Kill them all!
Let's try.
Oh, he kept going.
Too slow.
Good fight.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
We didn't have to go all the way up. I thought we were going to go all the way up into... Oh, you know, I thought we were here. Okay, so that'll be a hunt or something later.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Alright, getting ever closer to the Crystalline Dominion.
Back to the stables, girl.
There are no crystals here.
Daddy!
That's that then.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid.
It's actually Clive Rosfield, but we'll go with Sid.
Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
Okay, cool.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
Crimson Compass.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Cool. Yeah, because the people that he knows is probably the underworld type stuff that
I shall bear it with pride.
She tries to hide those connections.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
Okay, got the Trader's Pass, we got the Breath of Lightning, and some Meteorite.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Something I can help you with? Why, I am what you see.
The proprietess of the Crimson Caravans, the best known and best trusted porterage firm in Boklid. There are less expensive options, it's true, but customers choose us for two reasons. We're reliable, and we don't ask questions. Our wagons stand ready to transport anything you might want moved discreetly, be that possessions you'd rather others didn't know about, or even people.
It can be a risky business.
But what we make from moving the former, we spend on improving our ability to transport the latter. You might even consider us competitors of the infamous Sid, the outlaw, had he and I not reached an agreement.
This being a border town...
Merchants often stop in on their way to the Crystalline Dominion to carry out any final business in the Republic, and the locals are only too pleased to oblige by weighing their wagons down with local specialties before they leave, and lightening their purses in the process. But what if a visitor doesn't have a wagon of their own? Why then it falls to porters like ourselves to provide one.
Or at least, it did.
Lately, most passers through journey to the Dominion in search of a safe haven rather than a tidy profit. And who can blame them? Some things are more important than commerce, after all.
Don't worry about Hansa and the others.
They'll be safe with us. But there will be more little ones abandoned at the gates, and they too may turn to crime in their desperation to survive. Especially if the cast stones or some other ill-intentioned element decide to give them no choice in the matter. It's up to those of us who care to see to see that doesn't happen.
Best of luck, Sid.
And how might the Crimson Caravan serve you today?
Well, if my sister is the smiling face of the Crimson Caravans, then I am the scowl. She brings in the customers, I scare off those who'd prey on them.
And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Eloise always did have a talent for business. I prefer working with my hands, or rather my fists. And there are plenty of bandits and beasts out there to keep me busy.
All the better.
The Crimson Caravans has a reputation to uphold, and I need to keep my skills well honed. Half of the wagons that come through Boklid nowadays are full of people fleeing for the Dominion, and half of them go no further than the gate, where their cries soon blend in with all the others. Let us through, we can't live without magic. They'll give us new crystals in Twinside.
Fools, the lot of them.
If they love magic so much, they should have tried being born a bearer. Ooh, damn, what a line.
Criminals and cowards.
Who bullied the desperate and the dispossessed into doing their bidding. And all so they could keep their own hands clean. It's no wonder it took me a while to track them down. If it hadn't been for you and Jill, I might never have found them. Still less brought them to justice.
So thank you.
I'd offer you a share in the spoils, if it didn't all belong to other people.
Farewell, then.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
The caravan stops next.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst.
What I'd really want to be.
Here you are, good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it.
True.
I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss L's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. And it's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it, then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
He should be training with Blackthorn more, huh? If he really wants to be a blacksmith. Apprentice up, boy.
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
All right. Let's go.
Alright, is there anything we need to read? I don't know what the Isles of Ark are, so let's read these two. The cluster of tiny islands upon which the Crystalline Dominion stands. They are largely man-made, having been built on top of existing ruins and are arranged with an administrative hub at the center surrounded by the citizens' dwellings, and beyond those, the slums in which various refugees make their homes. The glistening spire at the island's center is home to the Dominion's Mother Crystal. The Crystalline Dominion. A once independent state straddling the continents of Storm and Ash, its capital Twinside is built on the tiny Isles of Ark, from which its mother crystal, Drake's Tail, rises. After Drake's Head was destroyed in 873, the Holy Empire of Sanbreque declared Twinside its new capital in defiance of the long-standing non-aggression treaty. While controversial, the move carried out by Prince Dion and his Knights Dragoon proceeded mostly unopposed, largely due to the Dominion's lack of a dominant of its own with which to intimidate the interlopers. Yeah, that sucks. They're this world's Switzerland. So we have to get directly into the palace to get this Mother Crystal.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am.
Annabella,
I have
though.
no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their Mother Crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss.
What did he learn about Ultima?
The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
Which is going to put him directly at odds with us. We're going to end up fighting Bahamut here.
What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in Gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
More self-control than I.
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
Ooh. Stepping directly on the symbol of his country. The Emperor drops it and she steps on it. If If that isn't a sign of where Sanbreque is headed, I don't know what is.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Her name is Annabella.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Now here's something interesting. Annabella actually did care about Joshua to some degree. Whether or not that was to be used as a tool, which seems likely to be the case. Basically, he was a conduit of power for her, because he was going to rule. I wonder if she saw him, if she would care at all. She has a new conduit of power in Olivier. One that is succeeding, so I wonder if she even cares at this point. Was the love only of the power, or did she actually care for him in some other way? I'm guessing it's just the power, but I'm very curious to see if there's a scene in this game where Joshua and her come face to face and how she handles that.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Is he gonna coup?
Thank you.
Is he setting up a coup? That's what I want to know.
This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Oh, damn. He's setting up a coup. It's a dangerous game you're playing, Dion, but I'll see what I can do to help you out. Okay, new quest there, but we can't access them right now. Looks like we're going straight into the Crystalline Dominion. So, the Isles of Ark. For years, Drake's Tale has provided this relatively tiny nation with a wide-reaching influence rarely afforded nations of the same size. So its borders are literally just this little spot right here. And they were a neutral entity, or I'm guessing they were also neutral with Waloed, right? At the very least, they're a neutral entity between these three nations. So, well, let's head in. Taking Sanbreque's capital once again.
Hey, what do you think you're playing at?
I'm trying to stop you getting eaten by a fucking wolf, that's what. Come on.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
And they're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
Agitator.
I'll send a Stolas then.
What is it, boy?
Ooh, has Dion already started? We don't need an agitator. Dion is our agitator, isn't he? The Dragoons are staging their coup.
What's happening?
I don't know. Torgal!
Yeah, I have no idea where this is gonna go. I'm now wondering if Dion is gonna come out of this night alive or not.
This way.
Also, that red star next to the moon, I think it's called Metia. I'm wondering if that has anything to do with Ultima in any way. Because I feel like whatever he is comes from space, maybe, and I'm wondering if there's something to do with that star. Fire in the sky.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower, in the middle of town, right?
Okay, anything to get over here? Nope. Shit's about to get crazy again.
Guard, watchman or sentry is to be slain on sight. But spare the citizen. His Highness's orders were clear.
Those were Imperial Dragoons.
Oh, there's so much loot in there. Come on, Clive, just open it. Just open it, just do it. Come on. Come on. Alright, we'll move on.
What in the hell is going on?
Let's go and see.
Right. But first we find Goots.
I just hope he's all right.
You there! Identify yourself!
We have to.
Those were Dragoon Knights. I don't think we really want to be fighting them. They're not our enemy, but oh well. Looks like we're gonna have to.
They're armed! Quickly! Cut them down!
It's over.
All right. Well, I think this is where we're going to end this episode. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And in the next episode, we are going to figure out what's going on here in the city. Well, we know what's going on, but Clive doesn't. And hopefully we'll get on the same side as Dion at some point. We'll see. Have a good one, everybody. Bye. I'd like to give a very special shout out to my patron supporters, Darren York, ZTD, Knife Namaste, Kyle the Monarch, Andrew Smith, Chris Murphy, JW, Bracken, Quinless, Chris Smith, Vlado101, Andy Ford, and Kyle Schluter. If you would also like to join this tier or any others, check out my memberships or my Patreon in the description down below.